He married an ugly alien girl. But their first night changed everything. The spaceship landed quietly on the glowing plains of planet Zyra. Captain Aaron Drake stepped out, his tall frame silhouetted against the neon blue sky. He had traveled across galaxies, seen wonders that most humans could not imagine, but nothing could have prepared him for what awaited him on this planet. Aaron had been chosen for a unique mission, a diplomatic alliance with the Zyrans, a race of alien beings whose technology could change the fate of humanity. But the terms of the alliance were unusual. He had to marry Lyra, a Zyran woman, to cement peace between humans and Zyrans. The first time Aaron saw Lyra, he was stunned. She was not what he expected. Her skin was a deep shade of green with faint glowing patterns. Her eyes were huge, almond-shaped, with silver irises that reflected the starlight. Her face was not conventionally beautiful, at least not by human standards. She had ridges along her cheeks and a strange crest on her forehead. "Is this her?" he whispered to himself. His heart sank slightly. Stories about alien beauty had always hinted at elegance, grace, perfection, not this. Lyra approached him with a calm smile, her voice melodic but foreign. "Captain Aaron Drake. Welcome to Zyra. I hope we can work together." Aaron nodded, trying not to let his disappointment show. But beneath his polite smile, a storm of doubts brewed. Could he ever see her as more than just a political obligation? Could he ever feel love for someone so different? The wedding ceremony was simple but strange to human eyes. Zyrans chanted in harmonics that vibrated through the air, lighting up the night with a spectrum of colors. When the ritual ended, Aaron found himself standing beside Lyra, legally bound in a marriage that neither of them had chosen entirely freely. As they walked toward the small chamber that would serve as their room for the night, Aaron's mind raced. How do I spend the night with someone I don't even know if I can like? Lyra, sensing his unease, said softly, "You don't need to be afraid. Tonight is just the beginning. Everything else will come naturally." Aaron hesitated, but her calm and gentle demeanor made him feel slightly better. He watched her as she moved gracefully, despite her unusual appearance, and he noticed something he hadn't expected, a quiet strength, a kindness in her eyes, and a softness in her gestures. The room was simple, bathed in soft blue light. Aaron sat on the edge of the bed, unsure of what to do. Lyra sat across from him, maintaining a respectful distance. Silence filled the room, thick and awkward. Finally, Lyra spoke, her voice almost a whisper. "On Zyra, the first night is more than just being together. It is a connection of minds and hearts. We do not force feelings. We allow understanding to grow." Aaron was surprised. He had expected a strange alien ritual, maybe something uncomfortable or shocking. Instead, she was talking about understanding, about connection. "Connection?" he asked. "Yes," Lyra replied, "we Zyrans can share thoughts, memories, even emotions, if we trust each other. It is the true beginning of a bond. Will you allow me?" Aaron hesitated. He had never experienced anything like this. But there was something in her eyes, something gentle and honest. He nodded. I trust you." Lyra closed her eyes and reached out, placing her hand lightly on his forehead. A soft warmth spread through Aaron's mind. Suddenly, he could see flashes of her life, her childhood on Zyra, her hopes, her fears, the loneliness she had felt as one of the few who looked different even among her people. He felt her emotions, her longing for acceptance and love. Tears sprang to Aaron's eyes. He had never realized the depth of another being's experiences in such a direct way. Lyra's life, her pain, her dreams, they were now intertwined with his understanding. When she pulled her hand back, Aaron felt a strange emptiness, a desire to know more, to comfort her, to be close. He looked at her, really looked, and saw beauty not in the way humans defined it, but in the grace, courage, and vulnerability she carried. "Lyra," he whispered. I think I understand now." Lyra smiled, her silver eyes shimmering. "Understanding is the first step. Love grows slowly, like the light in our skies." The night passed in quiet conversation and shared thoughts. Aaron learned about Zyra's forests that glowed in the dark, about the songs the wind made over alien mountains, about Lyra's favorite stories as a child. And she learned about his adventures among the stars, the battles he had fought, the loneliness of a human traveling so far from home. By the time dawn arrived, Aaron felt a connection stronger than anything he had ever known. He realized that what he had thought of as ugly was only a shallow perception. Real beauty, he now understood, was in the courage to be oneself, the kindness to reach out, the wisdom to share one's soul. When Lyra stood and extended her hand, Aaron took it without hesitation. He felt a warmth that went beyond the physical, a deep, unspoken bond. "You are not just my political alliance," Aaron said softly, "you are more than I ever expected." Lyra's smile widened, a soft, genuine curve. "And you are more than I expected too, Captain." Perhaps our first night changed everything, indeed. In the days that followed, Aaron and Lyra learned to navigate life together, not as two species forced into marriage, but as partners who had shared a profound understanding. They laughed at the differences, learned from each other's worlds, and slowly, love bloomed in the spaces where fear and doubt once existed. Aaron's human companions watched in awe. They had expected him to struggle, to resist, maybe even fail. But what they witnessed was something far more extraordinary, the birth of a bond that transcended species, appearances, and even galaxies. In the end, the humans learned a valuable lesson: true beauty is not in the eye, but in the heart. And Captain Aaron Drake, once skeptical and unsure, discovered that sometimes, the most unexpected beginnings could lead to the most extraordinary journeys. And so, under the alien sky of Zyra, with its glowing forests and silver moons, two unlikely souls walked hand in hand, knowing that the universe had brought them together for a reason far greater than politics. It had brought them together for love.